Excuse me, Bear. You need to get out of the way.
Bear, come here.
Oh. Sorry, Bear. Put these over here, out of the way. Get back. Oh. Holy moly.
Good morning, everyone.
Howdy.
Good morning, baby. I love you.
Cheers, love
Cheers.
you.
Oh, I filled it to the top.
Oh my gosh.
We've had an interesting couple of weeks. Interesting couple of weeks.
I'm wearing new jewelry.
Yeah. He would never wear any bracelet I made for him, but, you know, a pretty nurse. Oh.
First off, don't forget, or I should say, remember to set your clocks ahead 1 hour, so long as you're not in Arizona. And what's the other state? Is it Hawaii?
Oh, I don't know. Who else doesn't change?
There's a couple other places, but we're still in Arizona. We're kind of stuck in Arizona now. Set your clocks ahead 1 hour for daylight saving time. It's kind of weird because before we'll explain, this happened. I 8 o'clock. Talking about daylight saving time. 8 o'clock. It was very time consuming. Especially when I went back for seconds. That's what you get today.
You've been hanging on to that one for a year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I hurt my leg. Are we going to talk about this right now?
Yeah, let's just start it off.
I hurt my leg. We went to the hospital. We didn't get it fixed. The end.
So some of you may know or may not know, Tom has had a problem with his knee.
Left knee.
His left knee, it'll like pop out and then he's in excruciating pain and he pops it back in and it's fine. Well, this time he couldn't pop it back in.
And it won't pop back.
It won't pop back in. So it's like having a knuckle that you know needs to be popped and it won't pop. He says that's kind of what it's like.
Yeah. And it was pretty bad because we went to the hospital yesterday, one of the hospitals here in Yuma, and she, of course, we were in the big dually, and so she took me up to the drop-off place. Mm-hmm. So I kind of, watched her drive away, and it was a strange day at the hospital. She drops me off, I turned around, and I found a hat full of money. And then, 5 minutes later, there was an angry guy chasing me with a guitar. Right there in front of the hospital. So, just a weird day.
Dang.
I
missed it.
A very weird day.
Oh, he probably caught you very easily with an injured knee.
But I don't know how to describe. I don't know what to say.
Well,
we went in, we had x-rays done, we knew what was going to come back from the x-rays. There's nothing broken, there's nothing fractured, no hairline cracks.
No, they're calling it a sprained knee, so he's got one of his ligaments is messed up and they don't know which one because they couldn't do an MRI. And of course those are scheduled out months in advance here. So we're going to limp back, or he's going to limp.
The earliest I could get an appointment for an MRI with a bone doctor is June.
Yeah, we ain't staying here till June.
It's the middle of March.
We're going to kind of rush, limp.
Try to get back to Reno as quickly as we can and go see some doctors in Reno. And that way we're there for the summer and
get it taken care of.
Get this taken care of, whatever happens to be the problem with it. If I could get it to pop, I'd be okay.
So Dave suggested a chiropractor perhaps would be able to, because they have those, even just a little, dang it, I knew what it was called. It's just a little hand thing, an adjustment tool, and I keep forgetting what it was called. But
Well, don't we have that smaller sledgehammer downstairs?
we do. I could use that, or even a rubber mallet.
There you go.
No. Last year our mistake was going straight to an orthopedics instead of going through like urgent care or emergency, going to primary, going to this, going to that through the proper channels. So we went boom directly to who would fix it, and insurance wouldn't pay for it. So we kind of brushed it off for then. He was doing okay with just the other little brace that he wears, and then the other day he was doing something really brave and exciting.
You know, how did you
Popped
hurt?
out his knee.
How did you hurt your leg when you popped out your knee?
Were you jogging in a marathon? Nope. Were you skiing? Nope. Were you bicycle riding really fast? Nope. I was on the floor vacuuming.
I was on all fours
Yeah,
in the
we were
RV.
doing some cleaning and moving
Doing
stuff
some
out
cleaning.
of corners and using the crevice
like
tool.
this on the floor,
And it
I heard it
turned
go.
and went. Yep. You know you're getting old if. Kind of like, you know you're a redneck if, or you might be a redneck if. You might be old if. I think Jeff Foxworthy needs to come out with a whole new series like that.
See, this just normal stuff happens. Whether you're in a sticks and bricks or you're living full time on the road in an RV in not your home state, and here we are.
Yep.
So we do what we can do to get by, and we made the decision after we couldn't get the MRI done until June. Let's just stick to our plans. We were going to leave here Monday anyway, start heading north. We were going to take 2 months to get back to Reno, really. Now we're going to take five to 8 days at the most, and we're gonna be back in Reno probably. You know,
It's
depending on
how he feels, if we're driving too long. And
I don't have to keep this brace on all the time.
Yeah, it's just recommended for
So-
when he's resting to have it on. Usually some ice. I bought a couple bags of peas,
Yeah.
which is the only good use for frozen peas.
It's a good thing she bought peas, because that way once we're done with the knee, we can boil them up and have them for supper.
You can.
Bear and I are going to love those smashed peas.
Yeah, they're gonna be. It'd be pea soup by that time. So it wasn't just this. This was kind of ending our couple of weeks of interesting days. So we've had some kind of a stomach bug. First it was Bear, then it was Kaylee, then it was Tom, then it was me. So it's we've all had this stomach issue. We mentioned it last week, I think, about, because I was feeling okay then. So
Yeah.
this past week was my bout. And so anyway, you have to deal with all this stuff. And when it's a bathroom issue, without getting too much TMI, it's difficult in a little rig like this. Are you done yet?
Next in line.
Yeah, so... And who's going to take the dog out? Are you okay for a little bit? Yeah, I'm okay for a little bit. I'll take the dog out. The dog's got to go. So we've just had so much fun. But
It's
we're
been
both
crazy.
feeling better. All of 4 of us are feeling better. As a matter of fact, Kaylee is in front of me here laying on her back. So
Actually, it's all of this personal stuff has been kind of a distraction from the higher fuel prices.
it's always something, isn't it? Come on, baby.
Oh my gosh! You know, I figured the fuel price hikes into our travels to get back to Reno over the 2 months. Now I've condensed it all the way down to, less than 2 weeks, and it's like, you got to do it. You got to do it. You suck it up and do it. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
The bad part about it is, every time I would fill up, I would get the calculator out and figure out my fuel mileage. And, well, now the calculator's broken. So when I go to figure fuel mileage, times are really hard.
It's really hard for you to do times. Yes, you forget your times tables, honey.
All you can do is laugh.
Yep. I mean, what can we do? We have to get home. We can't stay stranded here.
I'm
So
not
that's
going to
another
complain.
reason.
I'm not going to bitch and moan about it.
That's another reason for us to hurry and jet back home. It's those couple of things the knee, fuel prices.
The nice thing about the time change tonight / tomorrow morning, going to daylight saving time and being in Arizona and not having to change our clocks, when we get into Nevada, we don't have to change our clocks because
we're not losing an hour at
we're
all.
not losing an hour at all. We stay the same time.
Yeah,
It's just we change time zones.
Yeah, we won't be losing an hour at all.
That's pretty good. And with spring coming, you know, and this lady next to us here, they've got bagpipes, but they've also got a bunch of wind chimes hanging. And I guess I'm going to invest in wind chimes this spring because I hear it's a sound investment.
It is.
So you get a little more than you bargained for.
Oh, the bagpipes, okay. I was going
They play bagpipes almost every day.
And it sounds like somebody learning bagpipes.
Yeah.
We can have everything closed up and the TV. We've been watching stuff on the computer instead of taking the TV down. And we can still hear it. And there's nobody in between us. There's an empty site, and then it's the next one. And I was going to complain about it, but it's a lot better than hearing bombs falling. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
So we are feeling better. Sunday, both of us really weren't feeling our best. We just kind of chilled that day. I was starting to be... No, I wasn't. I was starting to be bad. Because Saturday I was okay.
Sunday you started going downhill, and I started coming uphill.
Yep.
We kind of went hi.
Yeah. Then Monday I had my out for the day. Tom had one of those days where he was just in bed the whole day. Monday was my day for that. I didn't have one bite of food that day and only a few sips of water. I just couldn't do anything. I just wanted to sleep. And neither one of us ever had a fever.
Nope.
TNC, maybe 100, but...
And it only lasted like an hour or two.
Nope.
You know, it wasn't a long... So we know it wasn't you know what, but the way that we were both acting, it was like a
flu.
A stomach flu.
Yeah.
You know?
Little tummy bug.
For the most part, it's gone.
Yep. Yeah, we've been having poop report. You know, like Tom wore that shirt last week. I pooped today. Well, there's been a poop report on all four of us all week. So it's like, you guys, aren't you just so glad you tuned in today?
Oh my gosh.
So Tuesday I was feeling a little bit better. Got up for a little bit. You ran to Walmart and got a few things, and you get there, and the shelves were pretty empty.
They were
looking.
like going crazy again, like the beginning of the virus when everybody was going after toilet paper and paper products and this and that, and shelves were pretty much empty at the Walmart, you know. And one of the guys, I was asking him where something was on the shelf, you know, on which row, and he told me, and he just said that, you know, there's just been a run on things today. So we don't know what happened. But they've restocked everything again.
Yeah, because I went there yesterday and it was a lot better.
But it's so weird how that just happens.
It depends on what's going on in the news.
It's just crazy.
And it hasn't been a weather issue. It was, you know, because sometimes that'll drive people to run to the store and clean the shelves off. But, you know, it's whatever's going on in the news. So some people take it really to heart and other people's like, eh. But you got a few things that we needed, and you had your friend Oscar at the store go get some stuff for you. And so he's like, Oscar's like, I think I saw some in the back. Wait just a minute, I'll go get.
That's right.
What else do you need?
He actually went back to the back and brought out what I asked for, and people were looking at him and me like, where did you get that? Yep.
Are the birdies out there? The birds have been driving
gosh.
Kaylee crazy this morning out the back window. So, in amongst all of our not feeling well, we had our 22nd anniversary. 22nd year of us meeting.
This is our big anniversary in March. We were married in January of 2008, but we really do not celebrate that day.
Too much.
Too much. We you know.
Yeah, happy anniversary. Yeah.
Happy anniversary. We made it this many years. But the big one is March 9th of 2000 when our eyes met.
Yep.
That's what we celebrate. So that was 22 years, and we've got a video up. You go up last Wednesday's video, What Up Wednesday. All it is a montage of pictures over the last few years. It's not all 22 years.
Yeah, it was hard. Tom, and we missed a couple people. Well, Tom put it together for me as like a gift for me.
Yeah.
And we love everybody, our family and friends, and Tom could only do so much.
There was only so many pictures I could put in a 15.
And he was trying to surprise me. So if it hadn't have been a surprise for me, he could have said, "Hey, do you have pictures with this person or this person or this person?" And but he was trying to hurry and get it together without me knowing what was going on. And so it was beautiful, and I love it. Thank you.
Everybody that did go see that video, thank you very much. That sucker's had over 1,000 views, which is pretty big for us. So we appreciate each and every one of you so very much. We
and
really
thank
do.
you for the happy anniversary greetings
Yes,
on there and
you.
on Facebook.
And while we're talking, next Wednesday, I should say this coming Wednesday, is when we're going to have the video about the landing jack issue that we had when we went from Tucson to Gila Bend to Yuma. And our friend from our Endeavor, Dave, helped us out.
Amazing.
That video will be up 5 a.m. Arizona time on Wednesday, we'll call it, which is really going to be Pacific time at that point.
Yeah, so
So
Thursday,
check that out.
you were all better. I was much better, and then you had the knee blowout that late afternoon, evening.
That was so crazy.
Boy,
Boy,
it was bad.
When it happened, I was down on all fours, but when it happened, I just crumbled onto the floor. The pain was that intense.
And I was cleaning stuff in the bedroom, and I hear him moaning and groaning. I'm like, "What happened?" And he said, my knee. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I said, "You can't pop it." So we got him up, and normally he could pop it, and it would be fine. The pain would go away. Not this time. Not this time. So he can't really put weight on it. He's hobbling around. He has the crutches, which are difficult in here.
It's difficult in an RV to walk with crutches because you're not walking that far, and it's just tough to do.
Yeah, you might
so
just use one as kind of like a cane or something. But anyway, we'll get it figured out. So he will be able to drive because it's his left leg, and he doesn't have to have it in that thing. He can wear his other brace, and doesn't need the left leg for driving. So
the worst part is going to be me trying to get the RV ready on the outside, which is my duties.
I'll just have to help. I'll have to do everything you would have to normally squat down to do. So but, I can do it. I know everything you do. But
we're gonna limp our way through it and smile and grin and bear it.
It's all part of the adventure, right?
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
It is, and that's an important thing. Even though I have not driven the truck pulling the trailer, I'm sure I could do it.
She did do it about 25 feet one time. We were checking brakes.
It was straight.
So
yeah.
She could do it. I'm not worried about it. If she had to pull this thing, she could pull it.
He would have to sit in here, though, because he would freak out and make me more nervous.
You mean ride in the RV?
Yeah. I'll sit you on the floor in the bedroom, strap you down.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Whoa! Now we're talking about TMI. Okay. So as we said in the beginning, we were in ER yesterday morning.
I will say this about the Yuma Regional Medical Center. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Excellent customer service.
Yeah, they were great.
They were incredible.
First
and I want to thank Next Exit, Bob and Pearl, because I asked them earlier in the week when we were having the stomach flu issue problem, do you guys have some place like a quick care that you go in town, blah, blah, blah. Funny how we ended up needing that for my knee.
Yeah. Well, first thing in the morning, you called around looking for orthopedic doctors, which it worked out better the way we did it anyway because of insurance. But we went to one, and
she was
Tom
a nasty little snot.
Yeah, Tom did little online appointments, so one at 9, one at 9:30. So we get there before 9 o'clock, And she's looking at us like, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, she was not happy
She was
at all.
this nasty old woman. And Tom, said, what happened? She says, oh, well, our system's been down.
Our system's down, our website doesn't work. And I said, well,
And-
it did because it let me make an appointment. And she
And
goes, well, we don't, no, it didn't.
We don't have appointments until the end of April. And our doctor's not even in town.
He's on vacation.
And it was like, well, it'd be nice.
And she was very harsh like that.
Yeah, and she just gave us these dirty looks, and it was like, okay. Thanks.
Bye.
We turned around and left, and I'm like, dang, she was not nice about that.
And that's when we went to the hospital.
Yeah, that's when we...
And walked into the emergency.
And you went right in.
Right in. I mean, I was still standing at the window, and the lady was still taking my insurance information, and the other one comes out of the door and goes, Tom? And the lady that was filling out the information turned around, looked at her, and says, did you just say Tom? It was that fast. They had me in there. Yeah, we were there for several hours, but hey, all is good in the end.
Yeah, I mean, they took you right in for x-rays because
Yeah.
I was still parking the truck. I had to go park way
Yeah.
out because of the dually, and I had to park
Yeah.
way off to this other side, on the other side of this parking
I mean,
garage.
within 5 minutes, they had me laying on the table doing the x-rays. It was just amazing,
Yep.
quickly. But the Yuma Regional Medical Center, if anybody is ever down here and you're snowbirding and you have an issue, I would highly recommend just walking into the emergency
Very
room there.
nice and thorough
Yeah.
and informative and just...
Can't say enough good about them.
They made sure you understood every
Yeah.
little thing. So it was not bad. And then I ran to Walmart to go pick up a few things that you needed.
Yeah.
And this is why we put our plans in the sand.
Yeah.
Because things change just as quickly as you write something in the sand. It disappears with either the wind or water.
Yep.
That's what happens.
And again, like Lori said a few minutes ago, it's all part of the adventure, and a lot of people go, all you guys do is smile and tell us the good stuff. Well, this isn't the good stuff, but we're still smiling about it because there's nothing. Why bitch and moan about
Why
it?
get so down? It's part of life. It's what happens. That's why we call this Tom and Lori RV life. So it's not just all about RVing. It's about our life, period.
Our daily life. We just decided, hey, we're going on the road. Let's share it with friends and family. And even though the channel has grown from 0 to well over almost 5,000 subscribers right now, we do consider each and every one of you part of our family, because these are kind of like family videos. We just sit and chat with you guys.
What's up?
What up? What up Wednesdays? Throw up Thursdays? Whatever we can do just to have some fun. And that's what the whole channel is about. It's just about having fun, living in an RV on the road. We're semi-retired, and we're glad you're part of it. We really are.
Yep, and we really have been fortunate to meet some of you, and we have become family. I mean, we talk about Dave and Karen all the time because we've spent a lot of time with them.
Same thing with Bob and Pearl. A lot of time
Bob
with
and
them.
Pearl and Becky and Myron and Candace and Jason. We've spent a lot of time with. And speaking of them, we can
say it now.
the news. Congratulations and welcome to Jovi Madison Kelly. She's a beautiful little girl.
Yes.
So she was 1 week old yesterday. So congratulations, Candace and Jason. We love you guys.
Yeah.
And we're so excited for you that your beautiful little girl is here.
Yes.
So everybody head on over to Camping with the Kellys. They have a video out that shows this beautiful little girl. So that's kind of about it. We've got packing up to do today and tomorrow. I got a lot of laundry I want to get done while we're here at the RV park, and some more deep cleaning. And before we hit the road, basically we're going to Boondockers Welcomes and boondocking. So
all the way up to Reno, but we are going to try to do it within the next couple weeks, and then get my knee looked at once we get up there. So we'll see. Unless I can get it popped between now and then. Then we'll slow our jaunt down.
We'll see how you're feeling.
So go get that rubber mallet.
I think I will. Remember when I was a kid, we used to go, and the doctor had that little rubbery triangle hammery thing.
Yeah.
Used to hit your knee for reflexes.
Yeah.
That's what I need. Is one of those. Have a wonderful week, everybody. We love you all. Thanks for all of your support and well wishes. See ya.
Life is short, make it sweet.
You stay right there. I'll take care of it all.
Okay.
Like anything's different.